The Forginal incident case number 423. I'm going to tell you a story about a small TikToker by the name of Forginal. On September 21, 2022 he uploaded a video by the name of Cooking Hello Chungus Burgers. This disturbing video was brought to light when it came up in my recommended videos. The thumbnail intrigued me because it was possibly the most disgusting, frightening, and honestly chilling to the bone thumbnail I've ever seen. I needed a minute to prepare myself before even clicking the video. Once I was brave enough to face it head on, I was greeted to a very friendly, kind gentleman greeting the video with a warm smile, cooking the burgers in light-hearted fun. But once I dug deeper down, the genuine meaning of what was going on and how things turned out later deeply have scarred my mental these past few days, enough to a point where I needed to make a video on it.
You're making this. You're making this.
The recipe he is following is the Firehouse Burger prepared by the company Goodbye Rotten. Of course, the picture on the cover of the recipe looks very appetizing, but what was created from those ingredients should never be replicated again. The anomaly that is the Hello Chungus Burger was created from the mistakes that created this so-called masterpiece in this psychopathic, manipulative, insane, outright disgusting guy.
Bacon, chicken, ground beef.
The first ingredient, of course, had to be the meat. But found out upon a later date this meat was recalled for E. coli poisoning. Not only did this cause the burger to be infected with a disease known to harm humans, but it also led down a rabbit hole of how the burgers are made in a factory and the meat is non-edible substances that should have never come to light. To my disheartened presentation, upon further dives down into the company, the rabbit hole just keeps gaping the entire situation. At this current date, September 26th, no single human on the planet knows what was inside that burger. The only thing that we know is the meat was stamped with the numbers case number 423. The speculated ingredients of that burger are tied to the elements radium and possibly plutonium.
Okay. Am I still full screen? Sorry, ignore the video. It'll stop. See, there it goes. Okay.
Upon further exploration of the video, the camera seems to shake when close to the burger meat.
Are you serious right now, bro?
The radiation waves distort the video and leave the viewers with a weird, shaky, unexplainable screen. The first time I watched, I thought it was only a glitch, but now that I watch back, this makes too much sense. This may be disturbing to certain viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here are our two buns. Here is the Frank's Red Hot sauce. Here is the crispy fried onions. And we have potatoes. We have whatever this is. We have whatever this is. We have cheese, and we have this, and we have that, and we have that. And we have... Okay.
The next ingredient is the buns in a plastic covering, leaving shavings of microplastic toxins all over the burger. The bread is possibly not even a bread substance, who knows? The buns look too spongy to even be considered in the bread family. The various toppings on the burger look to be clear from any sort of anomalies from what I noticed, but there were conspiracies floating around on how they could have added to the disaster itself. One theorist believes the Frank's Red Hot could have been blood from an extinct species, and the onion pieces are actually fried maggots and worms. The potatoes seem to be fine from what I can tell. I can let those slide as actual food. Possibly the whole story has not been uncovered, so this is just a pass for now. Then he seems to create some sort of white substance sauce to put all over the burger.
We're making sauce, baby. Ranch dressing. Ooh-hoo-hoo-wee. That shit is bubbling. Making me sad. I'm going to get the fire extinguisher. I don't know how to use it. Just in case.
Theorists believe this is what could have caused the disaster as we know it, but we aren't sure. Azidosid was believed to be inside of the sauce, combining with the plutonium and radium later on, leading to a chemical reaction beyond our comprehension at this moment in the video. At this point I'm just going to let the video play for a bit to fully understand the cooking process.
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Oh my god, I can't do this. I'm gonna heat the pan with oil, and then we'll do that, and then we'll put them in. Oh yeah, meat. Oh, it's just so fucking gross, man. Oh, was I supposed to wash my hands? Pretend like I did. I think this looks good. Look at that! A patty! I'm like SpongeBob. Can I use these instead of a spatula? Can I? I don't want to use a spatula. Just use it.
Once he got to creating the actual patties, he had made the biggest mistake of all. He had contaminated his hands with the radium and possibly plutonium-based burger. Remember this part later on. You're gonna want to. From here on we can just skip to the actual eating of the burger because this is when things go haywire. It started out looking like a normal burger. I was thinking how bad could this actually be, but then he started eating it. Once he introduces the burger, bringing the plate to the table, he gets close to it with the camera and the radiation levels have gone off the charts.
Hello, sir. I have your delicious 2 cheeseburgers, Firehouse cheeseburgers with roasted potatoes and creamy ranch sauce with fried onions. Oh. I hope you enjoyed. Made with love. Look at that, bro. Ah.
From what we can comprehend, the radiation levels with the combined azidosid azide and the radium, possibly plutonium, come together to hit levels that would be an all-time human high exposure of 250,000 millirams. This is beyond any human contact levels we've seen before in such a short time frame that what happens next has never been documented in human history. The impact upon the brain when in first contact with the burger and after digestion has changed the way the brain operates. This loopy and often disturbing behavior stems from the contact from the radiation entering his body. Stage 1, hysteria. Once in contact with such radiation, the human brain cannot keep itself together. I've compiled a compilation of confusing and creepy moments that he creates out of the brain's patterns being shifted.
Weapon. That's good. Okay. Now let's take a bite of the burger. Oh my god, look at this thing. I made this. You too can make this with my code. Here we go. I'm gonna take a bite. Oh my god. Here it is. Forginal burger. Oh, it's not pink. This is so good. Oh my god. It's absolutely so good. What the hell? POV, you're on a date with the big strawberry. You want a bite of my burger? No? Okay. The Firehouse Frank's Red Hot inside of it, and the crispy fried onions, and potatoes, and I made it. It's so good. Someone please come eat this other one because I can't eat 2 burgers.
Stage 2, violence. Once he's disgusted with the food to a more settled level, he realizes the mistake he has created. He mentions feeding the burger to another person because he knows the poison is ingested and the harm he wants to bring upon other humans as his brain patterns shifted.
I didn't even set the house on fire.
The parasitic burger wants to spread to other hosts. This violent behavior doesn't stop here either, as he mentions wanting to burn down the house.
For the price, that is insane. It was $24. I got...
At this point he's snapping in and out of reality, suggesting people buy and create this burger on their own because he wants to harm the world. Realizing what he's done, he must finish the second burger to complete his accomplishment and take things to the next level, doubling the radiation to around 500,000 millirams. Stage 3, Depression. At this stage before the finale occurs, he has become saddened by the horrors he brought upon himself.
Oh, fuck. I can do this. I have to prove myself. I have to prove that I am the big chubber.
The actions out of desperation to regain the sense of happiness that started it all is weighed down by what is to come afterwards. In final desperation, Forginal licks the last remaining radium, possibly plutonium, from earlier when making the burgers handmade. From this point on there's no going back. Stage 4. The question mark in this stage represents how it's impossible for the human mind to comprehend what happens to him next. This is the end of the disaster, the grand finale of the Big Chungus Burger. All three stages combine into one personality that has taken over the mind of the consumer. He loses every human comprehension of what is going on, and genuinely this part disturbs me the most. From this point on, the video was edited in CGI to make Forginal seem like he had ended the stream on good notes. But what happened afterwards we don't know. Pete Forginal Brown has been reported missing late night September 23, 2022. At around 10:03 p.m. his father came to check in on him when all his room was found to be covered in some sort goo substance and Forginal nowhere to be found. From what we know by limited media coverage, the house was immediately evacuated as the goo seemed to start growing once exposed to light. This is where the story ends, as case number 423 has been shut out from all public eye due to government involvement. Only one thing is certain: do not replicate this recipe at all costs. The theories that arise from this video have only started to be upvoted to the main pages of Reddit and Discord servers sharing the video around. Theories describe Forginal as some mad scientist knowing every single action leading up to this video and the impact it could leave on the world. Others say that goo substance was the remains of what had been left of Forginal before it was fully digested into his system. The growing appearance of the goo does not leave a clear picture on what would have happened next. We can only find out as the case of Forginal expands. Please, if you have any whereabouts on Forginal's location or what may have occurred, call 1-800-PENIS.